All right, divine ones, amazing vessels, souls, and beings. My name is Beaumont. This is Vibrational Guidance Over Truth, a tarot and oracle channel where we allow the sensations and subtle whispers of the body to confirm what is in alignment and reveal what is not in alignment in each message. This is not a traditional tarot or oracle channel. I am not an astrologer, nor do I present any readings as fixed truths. Instead, I invite you to journey with me. Use your intuition by examining the synchronicities from the colors, images, numbers, and stated guidance on the cards. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. Always take what resonates, leave what does not. This space is rooted in love, not performance, not prediction, and not perfection. Love is what has brought you here to this message, and I welcome you and give you that love. The comment section in this community is off. All decks used are listed in the description box, and let's get started. So the final message for this theme, the golden age of self, we're going to begin with our tarot deck and see what the spirit guides would like to reveal about the energy right now in the collective. Spirit guides, ascended masters, source, what messages do you want to relay to the collective about the energy right now? What messages do the collective need to hear about the energy in the collective right now? It could be for a particular person, group of people, but I just want you to reach them. Whatever they need to hear, please send them their message, their confirmation. Thank you. Whatever it is you want to say. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to look at all of these at the end. We have the 35 in the reverse, the radiant feminine, priestess of light codes. So this card came in the reverse. And then next, not in the reverse, we have the 42 card, labyrinth, 7 of portals. Concerning these two energies, would you like to clarify, source, or state something new about the energy right now in the collective? Would you like to clarify or state something new? Thank you so much. Would you like to clarify or state something new? Thank you. Okay. And only under labyrinth, yes. We have the imaginary sick person. This reminds me of, oh goodness, a hypochondriac, I think is what it's called, someone who can think of a sickness. I knew one of those once. Whale migration. Moving towards the past, the mirror card, 17. Also in the past, a cane, number 12. It looks like a younger set of hands helping someone that has an older hand. And then we have 2 cards here, 26, the teddy bear, something you're holding on to, not letting go of. It's your shield, it's your comfort. And then we have stone in your shoe, the 23 card. All right, wow. I'm going to put these here like this. I actually heard put them here, so let's do that. Spirit guides from our Beyond Lemuria. What messages do you have for the collective? Would you like to clarify? So all of these came out on the side, if you saw towards the right for the labyrinth. Would you like to clarify or provide any new messages for the collective? Would you like to clarify or provide any new messages from the collective? All right, thank you. And yes, in one particular area, over card 30, primarily. And we have a clarifier for this. Number 2, the root chakra, ground and center. Ground and center, okay? It's very specific. And our final oracle deck, spirit guides, what messages would you like to relay or clarify about the energy right now within the collective? Ooh. Would you like to say anything about the energy right now in the collective? Thank you so much. Would you like to say anything about the energy right now within the collective? Yes, and 2 very particular areas again. Someone's spirit guides, or some of you, it's very clear. Okay. Right here with this 30 and 2, we have love, we have confusion, we have nature, and we have boundaries. Whoa, is there a message? And then here in the reverse, over the card in the reverse, no such thing as a coincidence, only synchronicities, we have perspective. And it has here higher self, subconscious, and conscious over these 3 individuals sitting. All right, so let us show you all these cards. Here's boundaries, nature, confusion. I'm already getting some messages, but I don't want to speak too soon. And love. All right, divine guides, what is it that you want to say to the collective? Someone who identifies themselves as the radiant feminine, or as a priestess of light codes of information, that is you or in your energy, is in the reverse. They're abusing their power, their abilities, their gifts, skills, and talents with the, as it says, priestess of light codes, information coming in through the light. They're distorting the information, the truth coming into them, whether it be how they're portraying themselves or portraying another. And you feel this reversal energy, especially if this is you. You feel the aspects of yourself that are like a priestess and that are able to receive coded information through signs, synchronicities, symbols, words, phrases that you catch, but you notice how you are distorting them, whether it be you or another person. And you're also being told, hey, this is not a good perspective. So whoever this person is, if it's you or if it's someone else, is abusing their priestess power and ability. What is also occurring right now for some within the collective or this same individual is there is a labyrinth. There is a maze. There is a series of portals. And I say portals and it reminds me of these 4 gemstones. And it reminds me of my gemstone here. There are these 7 portals, 7 gates, 7 points of access of moving throughout this labyrinth. And you have to discover things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how they were laid out. This labyrinth is going to show you 7 things, and the last one is hidden. But 4 things are for sure, and we have clarifiers. The first thing, potentially right now and moving forward, there might be a 43-year-old man, masculine, the imaginary sick person, who is thinking themselves, like I stated earlier, like a hypochondriac, that they're sick, to get attention, draw attention away from their bad financial practices, their bad health and eating choices, sleeping choices, how much they work themselves without rest, poor hygiene. Someone is going to attempt to position themselves with a pillow, a cold compress, a towel around the neck to absorb sweat, wearing a shirt to, make themselves comfortable, thermometer in hand. Someone is going to position themselves or present themselves as being sick. This might happen for someone in the near future. And when you catch this is a portal opportunity number 2 for you to move. And I say move because this is the whale migration. And you might have children, you might have dogs, you might have possessions, where you realize I can't get caught up in this person's schemes anymore. That's what's just popping up in my mind and the narrative that I'm being given to present. And so you and potentially 1, 2, 3, 4 others. It could be 3 children and a dog. It could be 4 children, family members, who, whatever it is. And there could also be an age gap, maybe of 13 years or more between this person, or maybe you've been in a relationship or known this person for 13 years. But once this happens, this next time around, it's your karmic cycle. Your spirit guides are telling you the next phase of this portal is to recognize what we're showing you, and this has happened before. And number 2, it's time to move. Whatever you need to do, you need to move. Your root chakra, your basic survival modes, like how whales migrate for resources, you're being tapped in to say ground. Know and see clearly the signs that we are giving you, that this love that you have with this person, though in the past it might have caused you confusion, look at the nature of who this person really is and set up these boundaries quite clear and now with this person. I don't think that is a synchronicity that we should miss at all. It's very clear for someone in the collective. Again, I don't ever do love readings or financial readings, but this message is coming across very clear for someone in the collective, and I just have to say it as I'm giving it. What this is also going to provide you an opportunity to do when you ask these first 2 portals and you get to the 3rd portal, which is your spirit guides, your divines, 17 card here, 1 + 7, 8, infinity, is going to provide you with the opportunity to look in the mirror. And if you can see here, there's a woman who doesn't have hands on her face here, and she's looking in the mirror and realizing that there are hands and her arms are down. She is not reaching up to touch herself. So it looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 people's hands are gripping all over her face. You're going to be provided an opportunity to see the truth for yourself. Don't sugarcoat this past experience. Not saying don't give grace, don't forgive, but you need to see the truth exactly for what it is. And what I would suggest here is take pen and paper and write down all the signs and synchronicities that have occurred in the past, just so you're not only thinking about it, but you can tangibly see it and account for each of the past incidents. Even if you look back through your text messages and emails, whatever correspondence, when you sit and reflect in this 3rd portal phase, post migrating, leaving this hypochondriac type of male figure, and you have grounded to know the truth about what that love was toxic and confusing. The true nature of who that person was showing them to be something that looked horned, and you needed to set up those boundaries so that spirit guides and the divine could get you in a space alone to reflect whose hands have been moving your neck and your face and getting you to act and believe and think in a certain way. And that might take some time, or that could be quick for you. It's also wanting you to know that this 12 card, it came, you're going to potentially be presented with an opportunity after you leave and you've done some reflection to help someone. And this is the sign right here, your good karma. You are a potentially younger than someone person, but you're going to have a resource. You're going to have health. You're going to have the ability to reach out and assist someone, as this elderly person is doing here with this cane, moving across the street. You're going to be provided an energetic frequency. I'm hearing an energetic highway or segue to be a conduit, to be a transmuter, a translator of assisting an other moving forward. And all I'm going to tell you here is make sure you do that too. Whatever this is, make sure you do this. Portal 1, acknowledge. Portal 2, move. Portal 3, reflect. Portal 4, help, assist. If we were to keep on counting our portals, and I know that last portal, because there were 7, they're not revealing that to me. That's probably between you and the divine and whatever you perceive to be your guide or spiritual leader source is. Teddy bear, you're going to be tempted to go back. Like this little girl, you're going to be tempted to want to hold on to the positives, to give the benefit of the doubt. Oh, but they were cuddly and they were something to hold on to at night, and they did provide for this when they weren't sick. And, am I throwing out the baby with the bath water? That's your next portal. When you get tempted, when you get lonely, when you get horny, when you start to think about the goods and Be like, am I giving grace? Am I giving mercy? Am I giving what I should be, expecting God to give to me? That's your temptation ring. That's your next portal number 5. Because portal number 6 is if you choose to pick this cuddly teddy bear up, not knowing that by picking this teddy bear up and covering your face and just burying your face into it, like, oh, I'm just going to deal with what I got. That's putting a shoe that's on your foot that looks real nice, that's going somewhere and all shined up and has done the work that you were supposed to do to get through these portals, to get to your last portal. That's putting that's putting a stone in your shoe. That's also going to provide you the opportunity to take your foot out of your shoe and realize that reason why you feel that stone is still there, is because you kept your foot on top of it. You kept yourself in close proximity to something that, especially speaking to my feminines, something in your root chakra, though most people assume genitalia with the sacral chakra, something goes on with your root chakra anytime you combine with this person. Whether it be a urinary tract infection, a yeast infection, you get very dry down there. Whatever it is, your body gives you some type of outward sign that it is not in alignment with this person in any type of root-based survival sexual interaction. So this is very straightforward and clear. I hope this was able to help provide clarity for someone in the collective. I'm not going to draw this out at all because this is a very personal message. But yeah, it starts off with you needing to know. You or a convoluted feminine doesn't have the right perspective about a situation. And that situation is why you are not moving forward. Why is the access to portals to your life progressing not occurring? It's because there is someone in your life, opposite of this feminine image of a masculine, that you need to realize you have or they have an imaginary condition that conveniently comes up that you need to leave and tap in with grounding yourself and your true higher self and realize the vibes and how you feel when you are in these situations, because they have consistently occurred in the past if you're being called to leave this situation. And I just realized 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 4. In terms of this card being number 2, this card being 33, then we have 3 here closest to the 30 card, and then 4 at the top. And this is also 42. So we have 2 4s, we have 2 3s, and we have 2 2s. Someone could be 32, 34, 43, 42. There's something about those numbers right here. But this is what's causing the clog up. You got to see this for what it is. Migrate, move away from it. Reflect on how you got there and how you felt while you were there and what is not allowing your life to move forward because of how your finances and your emotions have been caught up in loving someone that the circumstances situation was confusing. What you thought you knew, there's definitely some revelations that are come out over time, over, I heard, years, over months, over weeks. No matter how much distance you get from it, you're going to realize the true nature of that person. Other people are going to tell you, yeah, girl, I wanted to let you know, or yeah, dude, I wanted to let you know about that person. But you was just all caught up in the nature of them, the presentation of them, and you had no boundaries. They was just all up in your accounts, all up in your accounts, all up in your finances, all up in where you were at, all that type of stuff. Reflect. If you would allow people to speak into you about their perspective of the situation, if that's what you want to do. But know that there were hands on you that weren't your hands. Another confirmation of that is she is holding the mirror with both of her hands. On the other side, you can't see her hands holding the mirror. Somebody was controlling her neck, controlling how she viewed herself, her self-esteem, her perception of what was blocking her vision of her true self. Other people's hands were there. But you're going to be given the opportunity, post this reflection, potentially while you're still healing, to help someone else out. That's your good karma that you need to put out there. That source, that reality, that energy is saying, hey, you might be in the sunken little place, just came out, just made this move. But for the little that you have, I'm going to present you with an opportunity, put some good karma out there. I'm not saying it's coming back to you immediately, but it's going to come back around. And that good karma, after you do that, you might even question, well, is it that this thing can get back together? Has that person changed? Hell no, is what I'm being told. No, if you take this person back, just like how it's 2 here, this 6 lineup, 26 and 23, going to get yourself into a new 26-year cycle, 23 years, and in the last 3 of them, realize again, and here go these 2s and these 3s again, that you done put that stone back in your shoe. You are now confused again, and you're seeing the nature of this person, but because you chose to hold them like your teddy bear and love them and not set up boundaries again, here you go back and having the choice and making the decision to accept a false perspective and being a false feminine priestess. So whether you're masculine or feminine, you align with this message, or you know someone this would help, please send it out. Otherwise, love and light and great blessings to you all. I will see you on the next one.